chicka chicka. What's good with it? What's good with it, YouTube? It is your good friend, Zachary Zeiler, and today I would like to welcome you to the fitness channel that I run over here on the Shredded.com sponsored athlete, yours truly. Today we will be going into a bit of a back session. As you can see, we are starting off this workout with some T-bar rows. Nothing wrong with that. It's been a while since I began any given back workout with T-bar rows, and that is something that's very apparent in my training right now. My overall approach to the gym recently, of course, I'm going 7 days a week. I'm just trying to keep my workouts as different from each other, as different as possible, I guess is the best way I could put it. All of my workouts have been full of different exercises, rep ranges, different like mental approaches and stuff. Like today, I wanted to work up to one overall heavy, yet somewhat manageable sets of all-out intensity. And I probably went a bit too heavy, and I did break my form quite a bit on this T-bar row. However, the feeling and engagement that I got in my back, I thought was well worth the struggle of going up to 5 plates on this T-bar row. And it's different, you know, this is much different than doing like your stereotypical free weight T-bar row from the ground with like a barbell locked into a corner with a dumbbell holding it down. I just find that this saves a lot of time and effort from loading up a bar on the ground and having to set up the equipment in a corner somewhere. And not only that, but my camera angle is pretty darn good over here. Not having to worry too much about other people getting in the angle and stuff. But you just saw the 5 plates. It was a bit of a struggle. I didn't even count how many reps I got. I was just basically going to all-out failure to the point where I couldn't do any more reps. And in fact, I was planning on doing a drop set just to increase the intensity that much more on the set. But I think I just forgot to do it. Like after doing those 5 plates, I was just like, yeah, I think I'm done. That was enough weight to definitely make the exercise effective and whatnot. So after that, we moved on to an exercise that I get made fun of a lot here on YouTube, especially for doing the barbell rows in the manner that I'm doing them right here. Not only was there people in the back room where I would typically do barbell rows standing from the floor, but just doing them this way, it's like it's a completely different exercise from doing your typical barbell row. By standing on the bench and stuff, it just makes it so much more difficult. You're bringing in stabilizing muscles that you would not typically bring into the exercise. So after doing a couple of rowing movements, I can't remember if I did a cable row as well, but I just did not get that on footage or on film, I should say. But here we are, my last 2 sets of this lat pull down, and I really am just a fan of this unilateral machine. I always have been. It's very hard for me to engage my back on things like chin-ups and pull-ups. My biceps have always loved to take over on those exercises, and so when I can utilize a machine like this, a unilateral machine where I can get that extra stretch at the top of each motion and whatever else, I have more control of, you know, activating my lats. And that's the biggest thing and the most important thing is, as an individual, you have to find different ways to engage the specific muscle group that you're trying to engage. And here's another form of a different exercise that I can really feel and engage my lats and where they attach with my serratus into my obliques and my rib cage and everything. This is something that I love to burn out with. Like, I will mess around with different grips. You can see here the handle is like a V-bar, I guess I would call this grip, where I have like a relatively close grip. And by doing so, I can really stretch my lats at the top. And my flexibility overall is something I could improve on. I think that if I were to increase my flexibility in my shoulders and my biceps and stuff, it's hard because when you've got gigantic arms, it's always hard to feel and isolate your lats. Like on this pull down, for example, I think that I, after watching this footage, could stay a little bit more upright to get more of a stretch. And not only that, but the negative could be controlled a little bit more. But it's difficult for me because sometimes if I try to overcompensate and control that negative too much, and look, I got really ugly with these last reps right there. But that was just to get those extra cheat reps in. But it's just hard for me with such big ass arms to allow a full range of motion with any exercise where I'm lifting my arms above my head. It's just something that comes with having big arms, and it's a small hindrance that I shouldn't complain about too much. But I finished off this session with some shrugs. Really, it's becoming a staple of my back workouts to hit some form of like a shrug movement to get that extra upper trap to mid-back isolation. You can see here, I just went up to 4 plates. It's been a while since I've done heavy barbell shrugs, and I know I'm kind of douchey for taking off the shirt and everything, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a different view of some back thickness coming in and just overall show off a little bit. But that's the end of the video, you guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'm sure that I'm going to be uploading again later in the week. I love you all so much. Peace out. Bye.